It's still the 7th of December 2020, anniversary of Pearl Harbor. And it's also the anniversary, it's going to be the anniversary of the passing of Brigadier General Chuck Yeager. This man I've heard about, and this man is a legend. But I tell you, the one other legend I really wanted to meet, all he had a chance to reach out to him, would be Buzz Aldrin. As a kid growing up in the space age, in the space race, in the middle of the 60s, Aldrin and Armstrong were the two guys you really wanted to meet, but you really had to meet the other guys like Schirra, God rest his soul, Carpenter, God rest his soul, Cooper, God rest his soul, Grissom, God rest his soul, Shepard, God rest his soul. I mean, good Lord. Aldrin was part of the second class doing the Gemini program. Him and Jim Lovell and Frank Borman, those guys I would love to meet. Aldrin was one of the men that stepped on the moon. On the moon. Growing up as a kid, the space race was it. I mean, besides the science fiction shows to catch your attention, the real show was the space program. Or even Al Bean, P. Conrad. Deke Slayton. All those guys are gone. Yeager would have been one of them if he actually had the college necessary, but he stayed at what he was doing, test piloting. Now, if I had a chance to get a message over to Mr. Aldrin, I'd say, Buzz, thank you. Thank you for living a dream that a young kid could do. I was never able to get out there and experience it. I thank you anyway for experiencing it for me. You did a hell of a lot. No matter what other people had said in the past, derogatory towards you, towards NASA, towards the moon, towards everything. I, John C. Weaver of Roseman, California, thank you. Thank you. You met my mother a long time ago, and she was thrilled to meet you. You wouldn't remember her. Her name is Mary Shaw, Mary Ann Shaw. Her real name was Eleanor, but her nickname, Mary Ann, stood out more. Somewhere out in Hollywood, in a mixture somewhere. She met you. She had told me stories I barely remembered, unfortunately. But she had met you, unfortunately, never had your autograph. If we didn't have the damn COVID, I'd shake your hands. I'd give you a bear hug. And I still would say thank you, Buzz. Thank you, Mr. Aldrin. You and the guys of Mercury, Gemini, Apollo, Skylab, STS, you guys were my heroes. I mean, besides the Star Trek stuff, you guys were my heroes. You guys were real legendary. You did it. You went up there. Granted, I know the guys were doing in the SDS were only orbital and built a space station, but come on. Did stuff. You and the others did. You guys landed on the moon. Gene Cernan would have been proud too. Gene Cernan. I have to admit that even when I was watching that series back in the 90s on HBO, From the Earth to the Moon, I still have the DVD collection of it. I see it every once in a while to refresh and to remember. It would have been something to see the Saturn V. It would have been something to be there to see the son of a bitch go up. Even if it was the last moon shot, it would have been something to see 17 going up. Just to hear, just to feel the ground rumbling, just to experience the air vibrating like crazy. To smell the fuel in the air. To see this great big white bird go up. And up, and up, and up. To know what real power was. It was fortunate that none of the damn rockets blew up on the pad. And the tragedy was, and I'll tell you, Mr. Aldrin, when we had the Smithsonian coming out for their national tour, they came out to Los Angeles, my brother and my mother and I don't know if you're going to be able to remember her or not. I am going to try to get a picture of her, sir, because it's important. I'm going to put this on pause right now. Sorry about the wait, Mr. Aldrin. I don't know if you can see them. I need to get a better picture. Mr. Aldrin, my brother in the blue, my mother in the white. That's my brother David Shaw, and that's Alan Ray Shaw, otherwise known as Mary Ann. And that's me, a lot younger, a lot uglier. This was done back in 2002. Ma was having her bookkeeping income tax business going on at the time. Dave was disabled because of his back and knee, and me, I'm working over at Blue Cross. Ma passed away in 2013, Dave in 2018. So yeah, it's been kind of hard these days, but still. Mr. Aldrin, you and all the other astronauts of NASA have been my heroes. And you guys still will be. It would have been nice to see the moon base in operation even in my lifetime. I hope to live long enough to see the Mars run. But it would have been nice to see the first shovel on the lunar escape for a Mars base. Hell, if we get a base just like Clavius back in 2001, that would be nice. Or if we happen to get Moonbase Alpha from Space 1999, that'd be nice too. But I'll tell you something. Just getting the ISS up there is something enough. And having Elon Musk getting SpaceX up there. That's gotta mean something, you know, Mr. Aldrin? That's gotta mean something. Because now we've got a civilian foothold. We've got a civilian foothold. Sky's the limit now. Sky's the limit. And yes, we had Virgin Space. We had the Rutan. We had Scaled Composites doing the White Knight. I remember seeing those. the first civilian pilots up there in space. But just doing an up a little bit and then back down again, but not what SpaceX is doing right now. 4 astronauts living up there in space now in the ISS. Now they're coming back down, but we had 2 guys up there. And one of them was an STS commander originally. How about that? How about that? Buzz, please stay safe, you and your family. Please, stay safe. This bug this damn year has been taking out a hell of a lot of people, Buzz. Please, don't be one of them just yet. Not yet. I still want to meet you. Despite the COVID situation, I still want to shake your hand. I want to thank you proper. People can say they want an autograph from you. I'm not looking forward to that. I just want to thank you in person, even if it has to be online. But still, it's got to mean something, Buzz. Thank you. Thank you for being one of my heroes. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.